Look at how elegant. Oh, look at there. Oh, how precious. How precious you are. You're a sweet girl, yes you are. And look at how comfy he is. The comfy critters. The comfy critters. There's a precious. Look at him. Oh, he's so good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Look at him. He's so peaceful. The bunnies. There's a precious. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, my Mr. Bunny. You have all of these fans here. You have all of these people who love you. You are internationally known in your adorable cuteness, Mrs. Bunny. You have people from all over the world. They love you. Isn't that wonderful? And you too, comfy bunny man. Look at that. Look how precious he is. Look at how precious these creatures are. All around the world, people come to see you. Isn't that something? It's how precious you are. So, there. Oh my! Someone's making something in the background there. Look at how adorable you are. Look at how adorable that creature is. There they are, the rabbits, for your viewing pleasure. First thing in the morning, right, Mr. Bunny? What do you have to say about that, Mr. Bunny? He's like, I'm going back to sleep. You got something in your eye there. Let me get that out of your eye. You got some eye stuff in there, Mr. Bunny. He's tired. They are tired, bunnies, today. The bunny cam. You can do a 24-hour bunny cam. Just have you wear cameras on each other, walk around, enjoying each other's company. Yes, there you are. All right. Say goodbye to your fans. Let me put the proper green screen on here for you. Let's see if Kedadun works today. Will Kedadun work today? Let's see. All right. Trying to get back to you. Sitting up here in my office space. Let me get this started here. I hope that everyone is doing well today. Good morning to you. Greetings and salutations. It is I, your spiritual entertainer, your bard. Look at that. It's working. The green screen's not frizzing. Oh, there it goes. I had to speak. I spoke too soon. Good to be with you. Let's see who is here. Gwendolyn is here. The high priestess of the orchard is here. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment, I say. Gather round the cauldron, friends. There it is, right there. You see that? Kedadwin's cauldron is right here for your entertainment privilege, right? What else do we have here? We have Sir Flame Drop, the Chula. Good to have you. I try to get off to the side. See all this distortion here? This green screen just doesn't do it for me. Let's find a different one here. How about Bunny in Moonlight? Rabbit in Moonlight. There it is. Now, that's precious, isn't it? Rabbit in Moonlight and Owl in Moonlight. That was off a tarot card as well. Let's see, how about this one here? Rabbit in Moonlight. Oh, this is the Empress tarot card. There she is, Mrs. Bunny, right there. The Empress tarot card, right there. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I got all these nice rabbit cards. Here's another one here. How about this one here? This one is Bunny in the Wilderness. Rabbit in the Wilderness. He's in like a stone circle or a mushroom circle right there. Mushroom circle rabbit. I'm trying to find the right one here. It doesn't distort my background too much. That's a little bit. Bunny drinking water. All right. No, how about this one here? There we go. Celtic bunny. This is the Celtic rabbit. As you can see there, it's got the Celtic necklace on there. Got the moon in the background there. Maybe we'll keep this one on here. Celtic rabbit background for your entertainment privilege. With moon. With the moon there. Adorable hair in the background there. We'll do that one. How about that one? What do you think? Will that one work? Not for Stu, but to create the most inspirational bunny ever. Wonderful. Let's see here. but rocketed his pelt in the Owen. Oh my. You haven't forgotten the pendant flame drop. Oh my. Let's see here. By the way, does it mean flam in Afrikaans? It means flam drop, you were still right. Oh, I see. Good to see Down Under Deb Richardson is here. Good to see you. Down Under Debbie is here with us. Moonlighting here. The moon's out for Debbie right now because it's down there in Africa. Or not, Australia. Yes, down below the equator there. Not too far from Sir Flame Drop. About a week's journey on a boat. You take a boat over there from South Africa to Australia. Not too far of a drive, right? Depends on the boat. The Brainless One, our Slavic pagan friend, is here. The Brainless One. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning here with the rabbits. We love our rabbits, right? Let's see here. Dozen dobre, Father Bart and friends. Yes, welcome all to gather around the cauldron of Celadwin, my friends. Bard, I have an Afrikaner sentence for you today. Oh, it's Afrikaner sentence time with our host, Sir Flamedrop. He is going to educate us in the language of Afrikaners. Let's see. You think the color palette on this one works well? You like this one here? You enjoy the rabbit in moon, the kind of a Celtic background here with the Celtic necklace on the bunny. Yeah, there's all kinds of beautiful images that are on. I get these from Pinterest. Like all those rabbit tarot cards that I found, all on Pinterest. This one, I looked up Celtic rabbit, and that is what I found there. So, yeah, it's adorable. It is adorable. I just got to make sure I don't move, because that's when that stupid green screen, it pops up in the background. So you're right there. This is the perfect spot. Not too much distortion in the background. Let's see here. One day, people will see how Jesus was just an ordinary man. Marcel, what the hell does it have to do with rabbits? I mean, we're talking about rabbits, and you're talking about Jesus. What the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about here? We're learning about Sir Flamedrop is teaching us Afrikaners, and you start talking about Jesus. Why do you need to talk about that stuff? I mean, this has nothing to do with Christianity. Oh my. Holzveldjat, it means little rabbit's foot. Oh my. Hasi Voltaji. See, I probably can't say that right, because I am illiterate. All right, what do we have here? Good morning to you, Captain K089. Good to see you. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment this Friday morning. Every morning I am here for tonight. I'm going to be on my D&D channel. If you like watching D&D, go check out my D&D channel, where we'll be. We have a new player coming in. Let me see if I can find the. Where are all my D&D channels here? Yeah, I'll put it in the comments here so you can. If you like watching, some I don't like watching it. Some people do. I personally do not. But some people enjoy watching games. I do not me. But I know that some people enjoy it. So I'll put that in the chat here. So that's where you will go if you are interested in watching my D&D game with my community members here. Go ahead and give a subscription to that if you enjoy it, right? Some people like watching it. But that will be tonight about 4:35. 4:30. It should be right on time, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a wonderful game tonight. Great players. Let's see here. Where am I at? All these wonderful people here. The Demon is here. Good to see our good friend, the Demon. Always nice to see you. Thank you for your commitment to our community. We appreciate you being here. You're still alive despite everything. Well, we appreciate your life. Thank you for remaining with us. Thank you for bringing your love into this world. So many people are changed by your love, and we appreciate you being here to be able to do that, to be able to love those around you, the school children that you give hope to, you give a future to these wonderful school children that you teach, and of course your family as well, and your animals on your farm, your horses. All of these people and beings, they need your love, and we are grateful that you are able to give that love to them. I said Hasi, right? All right. I'm glad I got that part right. If I made a character, would I need level 1 or level 3? Well, we're on level 4 right now. I do in my game what is called milestone leveling. I don't do XP leveling. XP leveling to me is too messy, too much math. So I do milestone. Like they're not going to be level 5 probably for another month or so. My group that I'm bringing through right now, I got them. We're doing we're in the Kingdom of Cormier, and they're making their way to a place called Evening Star, where there's a classic dungeon called the Haunted Halls, one of the first major dungeons of the great writer of the Forgotten Realms, Ed Greenwood. Yeah, that was one of his classic places. And the group has a classic title, the Knights of the Unicorn. They are associated with the Haunted Halls of Evening Star. Let's see here. Does the Friday happy dance? It's wonderful to be on here on a Friday, right? You got a ton of wild rabbits around your yard. Yeah, I do as well. We call them here in Florida bog bunnies. Now they're adorable because they have these little tiny like round ears. They're very adorable, and alligators love to eat them. The population, it really blooms here right now. The bog bunnies, they're adorable. They're behind my house. They always come into my yard and eat my grass when my son takes forever to give it a cut. Mowing the lawn. They love coming in and eating the long grass. My rabbits love that grass too. They don't like going outside, but I bring in the grass for them. Like I'll even leave the door open for my rabbits, and they will not go outside. They have like a boundaries that they just don't go beyond. They won't go in the garage either. I have a door that leads to my garage. They won't go into the garage, and they will not go in the backyard. I think it would be healthy for them to play outside, but they are just not interested. They have their boundary, and they don't go beyond that. Let's see here. See, got the good morning, Francisco. Jesus Roble Striker. Good to have you here. Thank you, Bart. My depression monster has been gnawing at your ankles lately. Oh, don't you hate that? It's always going for the ankles. Why? Is it because I have kinkles? Why are you going at my ankles? Why depression monster? Yeah, it comes and it goes, right? Everyone experiences depression, right? It comes and it goes. It comes. Sometimes it lasts a long time for people that have that are conditioned to, terrible experiences, right? We have these bouts that trigger depression in our lives. But when it hits you, you have a choice. You can go play along with it in despair, or you can exercise hope. It is like, think of it as weightlifting, right? People that weightlift. I'm not a bodybuilder, but people that weightlift, it is difficult lifting the weights, right? You're struggling to get you do all those exercises, and you take all the supplements and things. It's not enjoyable doing that, but the healthy living that comes out of the exercise. So when depression comes, that is, you have to reorganize it to be opportunity. Say, I'm going to exercise hope. Think of hope as a muscle. The more you give into that, more you utilize that muscle, the more powerful it becomes, right? So think of your depression as opportunity and start exercising hope. And watch how powerful your ability of hope will become so great that the greatest shit will happen in your life, and you will be that beacon in your community, in your family, amongst your friends. When depression comes, you have utilized uh, your hope many times in the past, and when dark things comes, you will be that beacon of light that will bring inspiration to other people. Good morning, Jeanette Harris. You love my rabbit background here. Yes, it's adorable. It's an adorable creature right there. You like it too, bunnies, right? They're all relaxing now. They are so adorable. They just beg to be shook. They want my affection. Their cuteness always draws me back to giving them a little pet. Oh, let's see here. I am here from your friends and all the rest of you. If someone has a little poopy, you have to go to the bathroom. People, I guess they inspire bowel movements all the time with people, right? Yeah, if you're enjoying it, go up and give it to right there. Touch the thumb on the top of the moon there. Give it to touch. Glad that you are here for your spiritual entertainment. Oh, let's see here. You are, yeah. You've been to Florida. You guys have iguanas, like I have squirrels here. I think that if you go, the iguana, I believe, is not. There's a certain iguana that is not native to Florida. I think it's an imported. You see those more down like towards Miami. Up where I'm in Central Florida. We have what is called the gecko or the chameleon. We have lots and lots of those. I mean, the lizards are everywhere. They're always getting in. You open your door and they're crawling on your ceiling. That's what we have here. All of these little green critters, right? And they are adorable. You pick them up, and what you'll find, they like to be pet. They like the green. They really enjoy that. You start petting them, and they turn from gray to green. And they love bugs. They love crickets. They love eating little tiny things. Yeah, I had some as pets when I was younger. I had imported them from Florida to Michigan, and they didn't last long. But they are they're really beautiful when you see them sitting like on a leaf, and the sun's hitting them just right. They turn this beautiful shade of green. The chameleons. Oh, let's see here. Greetings from Australia. Good to see you, Patrick. We love our Australian friends. What is it, like 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. over there in Australia right now? Something like that. I know it is late. You think we need to get one of your kangaroos from Australia and set it loose somewhere in Congress in the United States? Yeah, it's funny watching some of these kangaroo battles. Like people will be out in the wilderness, and the kangaroo gets up with his fists. I mean, those things are scary. The kangaroos, those are very, very scary creatures, right? Kangaroos. And they hate dogs. I watched this one YouTube video where this person had a dog, and there was a window, and the dog was sitting there. The kangaroo comes up, starts beating its body on the window. they really hate dogs. These kangaroos. Um, it it's interesting seeing they're adorable when they're small, but when those red kangaroos, when they get massive, I mean they will devastate you. They have claws like really really sharp. Yeah, you don't want to mess with kangaroos. You got some really wild critters there in Australia. The koala bear, that was my one of my favorites. When I was younger, I had a stuffed animal that was a koala bear. That was like one of my first ones that I recall. I don't, my mother, she watches in the mornings. You remember that koala bear, mother? The koala bear, very adorable creature, right? They got some really. Now the Tasmanian devil. Now that is a wild beast, right? Very very aggressive, very very violent, right? Unless you tame them, then they're quite adorable. But the way they operate, I don't know if you've seen Tasmanian devils, like when they're very very aggressive, very violent. I guess that's why they call them devils, right? Token Bert Raccoon, good to see you. Happy morning to you. Glad that you are with us. Token to Bert right there. Bert and Ernie, right? Bert and Ernie were lovers. We all know it. We all know what Sesame Street couldn't tell us back then. But we all know that Bert and Ernie were lovers. They, two gentlemen living together. Uh, that was, but now they have no problem telling us that. But back then, when I watched it, everyone knew it, but you couldn't say it because it was not acceptable back during those times. Let's see here. Yeah, only if it picks a fight with someone. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. Reptiles are cool. Used to have a bearded dragon and kept imperial scorpions in the imperial scorpions. Oh my. I can only imagine. The sting of the scorpion is quite deadly, right? Some of them very, very harmful to your body, right? The imperial scorpions. Now, I remember when I was doing like missionary work in South America, we slept out on the beach one night, and there were scorpions that had come into the tent. Now, that was quite frightening, right? I wasn't aware of what was going on the beaches down there. That was quite frightening. With whose skeleton? What's going on with the skeletons here? Red roos are massive. Yeah, they certainly are. You don't want to mess with those. They will devastate you, right? These kangaroos. Now they're adorable to look at, to admire from a distance. I remember watching one time. I think it was someone boxing a kangaroo, and it was like they don't do that anymore because that's kind of cruel to the animal. But there was like this comedy set, like in the 70s. I forgot which comedian. He got in there and started boxing. They both had boxing gloves on, the kangaroo and him. And the kangaroo did, pretty much devastated it, right? You love Tasmanian devils, somebody unknown. You are a lover of the Tasmanian devil. Wonderful. You had a koala when you visited Australia. Felt like very rough wool sweater. Wonderful. That's beautiful that you were able to actually touch one. I'm sure down under Debbie probably has one in her backyard in her tree or something over there in southern Australia where she lives right now. Do you like lions? I like all animals. I think all animals, they have, you think about these creatures. They are all oriented to loving you if you are able to tame them. We have people here in Florida who have alligators as pets. Now, these alligators, if they in their chaotic state, they have no trouble ripping your arm off, right? But if you learn to tame them, if you teach them how to love you, they are your best friend. I was watching this show with this this alligator crawls up on this guy and wants to give it affection. I mean, that's pretty amazing that animals, they have a natural bond that they can develop with humans. I mean, they want to be loved. You ever notice that about yourself? You know, I can't say that all people, but I know that every time I see an animal, I want to love it. I want to go up and pet it. I want to show it affection. Um, that's just a natural instinct, I think, for most human beings. When they see like a rabbit, right? They just want to touch it. They want to give it affection. Think about that. This thing within, there's all kinds of you can explain the brain chemistry, it responds to certain forms of symmetry and fur and stuff. We have all of these instinctual realities that drive us to want to. You can explain it all from the point of view of science, but the origin of this chemistry, where does it come from? Within the natural, I see a unity that is one that is rooted in love. And this, I think that when there's like an alchemy that takes place with a human being and an animal. When they come together, there's an alchemy that each being is transformed in this reality of embrace that you have with an animal. It's very, very unique, I think, that we often, we don't recognize it as any big deal, but it's a very unique reality in our world, the ability to love. Now, sometime next week, I plan on talking about tree hugging, loving plants. This is something that you can do as well. Scientific studies have been done. Like if you go up and hug a tree for like 20 seconds or something like that, it releases chemicals in your body that you find relaxation, you find peace. They call it forest bathing. That's the scientific term for it, or a psychological term for it. But think about that. Something happens when you respond in a loving way to the other things in nature. Isn't that amazing about yourself? We take that for granted, right? We think it's no big deal. I tell people, my rabbits, they help me to understand a level of love that I didn't think was possible with animals. Because I've always had pets. I've always had animals in my life. My mother is a big lover of animals. She's always brought stray animals home. There's never a time that I've not had a pet in my life. But it wasn't until like later on that my rabbits down here, my precious rabbits, they helped me to understand a new level of love, a new bond of love. I guess there was a right time and right place for it. And I try to encourage that with people is, learning to love at a greater level your animals. Learning that you are transformed by this. The animal is transformed by this. Think about before an animal is tamed, it is chaos, right? It doesn't, it's in a state where it can only respond to the world in a limited way. Until you love that animal, you bring it to a new experience. It's such a powerful, powerful bonds, that we can develop. Even with human beings, if you don't love your children, they can become feral. There's been people that have been abandoned. I remember this one story very vividly about Dog Boy. This boy was over in like Croatia or something. He had been abandoned when he was a baby or a toddler or something in war-torn country, or I don't remember what it was, the context. But he ended up running with a pack of dogs until he was probably in his teens. And he was feral. He was just like the chaotic animal. That is what we have in common. Love brings us to a greater state of being. The same thing with animals. When you love an animal, it enters a greater state of being. Think about this. The possibility that at one point in history, our human reality, our humanity, was no different than a beast until a greater being came along and loved us. Think about that. I mean, that's a possibility. This idea of a higher life form showing us love. It is a possibility, because look what happens when you don't love children. They can become feral. They can return to the state. Love is what helps humanity develop. It's what helps other species to develop. Love is a pattern of guidance that transforms the world that we live in. I'm open to the idea, like in some of these, mythologies that we find. What if an Adam and Eve were just a primitive hominid? For instance, I'm using this because I'm familiar with that mythology amongst all the others. And a greater being came down and, had a conversation with them and brought them up to their level. The deity comes down to their level to bring them up to theirs. That's possible, because look what happens when you don't love. We resort to being chaotic again. Let's see here. Tasmanian devil is the honey badger of the southern hemisphere. Yeah, badgers, they are very, very violent, right? But if you tame a badger, it's very, very affectionate. Not too long ago, I love watching animal videos, as many people do on YouTube, right? And this person had a bunch of badgers that he I don't know how he got them, but they were just they would play with him. It was so adorable, these creatures, right? Badger, 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 badger. Let's see here. You rescued a baby crow and an adult raven, but you didn't keep them. You let them be free. Yeah. Sometimes they stay around, right? If you have wild birds or animals that you allow to return to their environment, they'll stick around. It's adorable when they do that, right? Commentary connoisseur is here. He's having bacon and eggs in a nice cast iron skillet there. Good morning to you. Glad that you are here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. If you enjoy these conversations that we have, go up and touch the like button. I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can support. Every day there's content on here. We have a wonderful community, a wonderful loyalty, what they call it, loyalty community that we have on Discord. If you're interested in being part of that, there's a join button. And it's pretty amazing of the diversity. Like we have Demon here. He is of the Church of Satan, right? And we have Gwendolyn, who is a druid. We have Brainless. He is a Slavic pagan. Sir Flame Drop, I think you are just agnostic or atheist. I don't remember what you are. We have all of these different people, Christians, Muslims, Jews, all in one place, getting along, not fighting, under the banner of spiritual entertainment. Join us. We have a wonderful community. You could support what I do by buying me a cup of coffee. Think about all of the other entertainment that you get out there. And I do this every day, 40 hours a week. I provide entertainment on here for all of you. 40 hours a week. That's if I'm not on here, I'm preparing something for you. I'm always working. I'm always working to provide you the best in spiritual entertainment. So think about becoming a community member. There's a join button. That's all that it takes. Let's see here. You got chased by a dingo while you were in Australia. Oh my. Yeah, you've been all over the world, Gwendolyn. What made you travel? You've been to like certain parts of Asia as well, right? Yeah, you've been all over. Was this for like for your your education when you were you're getting your studies earlier in life? Is that why you did so much traveling? It's beautiful to be able to see the world. Or were you in the military? I know people in the military they travel all over the world. Rebel Duster. Now, my mother, we had, my mother was something, they don't have these too much anymore. My mother, she owned a travel agency. So my mother has traveled all over the world. She's been to, and she says her favorite place was Egypt. That was one of the favorite places. She has been all over the world. I got to go to a few places with her. I think the only like place that was out of the country was the Saint Martin Islands, San Martin. I went there when I was, I think, in eighth or ninth grade, and they didn't have any. They don't have alcohol laws there. So when my mother was coming in for the evening, I would sneak out to the bar. I was 13, 14 years old, and having a good time with the natives there. So, Mom, I didn't tell you that story, did I? When you were coming in, I would go out to the bar. The bartender, he called me Jack Daniels because that's like line them up, you know. Let's see here, Fraser Island. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Rebel Duster is here. Good to see you, our good friend, the Rebel Duster, for your spiritual entertainment in the morning, under the moon of the rabbit, this great symbol of the goddess here. You got into wrestling match with an Australian soldier when you were in Iraq. The 5'8" guy picked your 6'3" ass up and slammed you to the ground. Look at that. Don't mess with the Australians, right? They're out there wrestling with kangaroos, right? These people over there, right? There. Thank you for sharing that story. Nicholas his Underwood. You have an Underwood problem? You will be held accountable for leading people astray. What, by talking about animals? What the hell is your problem? Yeah, your name is Underwood, so you're not performing as you should in the bedchamber. He is under expectation here. Nicholas, your wood level is quite low. You don't even get morning wood anymore, do you? It's not my fault. Don't take your sexual aggression out on me. It's not my fault that you are under the wood. My wood's quite fine, thank you. All right. Stupid here. I'm waiting for the otters to get up and moving. We got some snow last night. Yeah, we have also here in where my grove is, there are otters there. I was quite amazed when I saw some there. The first time I saw it, I wasn't sure what the hell it was. And then I saw another one just a few weeks ago. I took my boys out, to walk around out there. And there was this one just creeping up. And I thought, oh, that is adorable. That is adorable. I didn't know Florida had otters, but these are adorable creatures. Yeah, let's see here. Where am I at? Just a little bit behind here, not too far behind. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Who's doing accounting? Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah. As a kid, you had an alligator one time. It was basking in the sun, and a couple shouted at me, "Get away from the other kid." It kind of ruined it. Yeah, so you got a chance to pet an alligator. Yeah, sometimes they just don't care, right? The alligators. I shared on Discord. I have a couple of alligators that live in the spring in my grove, which is real small. I don't know how they got there. The lake is about, for a human being, it's a 10-minute walk away, or maybe 15-minute walk to the nearest lake. Now we have all these little, it's in a swamp. So I imagine they traverse through different parts of the wetland to make it to the spring. But they're really small, the alligators. And I shared on Discord, there's two of them that I found in there. And one I walked right up to, and I filmed. I also made a YouTube short of it, walking up to the alligator that was in my grove. I never tried to pet it. That I will do next time it's out in basking in the I will go, I have a seat next to it. Yeah, it probably could bite me. I could certainly do damage, but it's very small. I couldn't imagine it doing any real significant damage. Um, Happy days, our good large brother here. Why not? Good to see our Mason friend here. Always nice to see you. Let's see here. You raise my food. I fully understand that we depend on each other. Yeah, right. Yeah. Bard, if you want to fact check, discuss anything for your plants idea, message me. All right, that sounds interesting. My plants, I forgot what it was. Uh, are you talking about my tree hugging? The tree hugging? Yeah, yeah. No, if you're ever interested, Gwendolyn, I'd love to do an interview with you on our show. I don't know if you're camera shy. We'd love to see you and your kitty cat on our show if you ever want to do it. We could talk about your journey into druidry and your science, your environmental science. That would be fun if you're ever interested in doing it. It was a girl alligator, really. Um, Most of the animals I have are technically working animals or livestock. Yeah, I still love your horses, dogs, and cats, though. The goats are all buttholes, though. Yeah, see, this is how, in my philosophy, there's the animals that are in the state of chaos. They haven't been transformed yet. They have not achieved the level of love, of, of unity with the human companion. So I see those animals like in a different context than I do. Like, you still respect them, you still treat them well. I hate factory farming. I really do. Um, I think that there's a level of respect you need to have for your animals, right? Especially if you're hunting as well. Um, there's certain sports I don't like. Um, I don't have a problem with fishing for food, but just fishing and throwing them back in. I don't like doing that. I did that a lot when I was younger, and I killed lots and lots of fish doing that. I don't like sport hunting, but I like hunting for food. I think that is more appropriate and respectful of animals. But that's me. I don't care what other people do in their life. Let's see here. Jeanette, your favorite spot in nature is an enormous moss bed surrounding a huge oak tree. It's so comfortable to sit on. Soft moss, lean against the tree. You get such a peach just resting. Yeah, well, next time you're out there, Jeanette, take a picture for us and share it on our Discord. We have a lot of people who share a lot of good, beautiful pictures of places like that. Like Gwendolyn here, she was out walking on her little her river there when it was frozen. She shared her trees and things, and other people have shared as well on there. I finally gave up the priest costume. Yeah, I'm no longer funky John Medina here, always whining about religion. I'm no longer a clergyman, so I don't wear it no more. So that's why. Funky John Medina's been on my program for at least a year, whining and bitching always about his religion. Let's see here. The deacon's outfit has been gone. Yeah, for a while now. It's been a couple of months, right, since I've had it on, and we've done quite well without it. It became like just a prop when I left the church, and uh, I decided it was time to let it go. And we've had a good show since then. We've had more people being involved with the show since then. He's still wearing that little John costume. Yeah. Maybe love brings awareness of self. Without love, maybe we are just running on instincts. I think so. I think that's how. I think love is a real power that binds things together, that makes it greater. That the fifth element of spirit, I think, is a reality that is love. You have the five elements: earth, air, water, fire, and spirit, right? I think spirit is that glue, that love, that binds all, that guides all, that brings everything to fulfillment. Hiroshi, you're a closet druid. You're making your way out. It's because you're a beard. You're always tripping up on your beard, right? It's always getting tangled up, especially when as you've expressed here quite a few times, when you're having a bowel movement. Yeah, your beard gets in the way sometimes. You're a hedge raccoon. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I shared a picture or last week, a YouTube short about my raccoon that comes up and begs for food, scratches my back screen when I have my screen door, comes up, starts scratching it. They are. I never pet the raccoons. I'm afraid to do that. The and I don't like giving them food out of my hand. I did that one time, and it didn't hurt me, but I could feel the sharpness of its claw when it took the food out of my hand because it did it so fast because it was obviously afraid still of you. But they come right up in the backyard here. They just come up, and when they're hungry, they don't mind hanging out. They never harm anyone. Um, let's see here. That's such a stupid answer. Well, John, as I've told you in the past, you don't have to be here. You come on here and you're a dick. You just whine about your religion over and over again. You don't have to be here, John. I don't know why you come on here. You're not converting anybody by whining about your religion. You come on here and you whine about your religion. You don't have to be here. Um, Bruce, top of the morning to you. Have a bright and joyful day, our friend Bruce. Always nice to see you, Bruce, brightening our days here. We thank you for all of your support, Bruce. Let's see. Yeah. Do some of you remember John? He's been on here quite a while whining about his religion. Daniels, you're wailing still. Good to have you here. You are up late doing this from bed today. You are so sore. Yeah, you did a lot of lifting, right? You shared with me on some of your comments, right? At 6:30 here, you have to get ready for work. Your cadets have morning PT today. All right, thank you for stopping in, our good friend the Demon. Always nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Uh, Gwendolyn, Thailand was for school teaching English to impoverished kids. Everywhere else, I just traveled really cheap, backpacking, hitchhiking. I just wanted to see as much of the human experience. Yeah, that's the wonderful when you're able to do that, right? To be able to journey around and explore. One of the people, the tradition of backpacking through Europe, right? It can be quite dangerous nowadays than it was maybe 20, 30 years ago. My grandmother, she ran a hostel, her house. She'd have like people that were college students from out of the country or in different states come and stay with her. It's very dangerous to do that nowadays, especially for females to travel because of all of the human trafficking. And it's very dangerous to travel, not like it was in the past. Um, You like the background. You like my rabbit, Jeanette. Yeah. There's all kinds of beautiful rabbits, pictures and images that I found on Pinterest. That's where I get a lot of my backgrounds from. Let's see. I really love see how others live and how they wait. Um, Rebel Duster, you thought that was funny? How they eat, how they eat. Sheik is here. Good to see our good friend, the Sheik. Good to see you. And again, for your spiritual entertainment, if you're here, go up and give that a touch. Go up to the moon there, right above the crater, right above the rabbit's ears. There's a thumb. Give it a touch. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for supporting what I do. And who is here now? Oh, shoot. Just a tad behind. Just a tad behind. Oh, where am I at? Scrolling through here. T6 Tools. Good morning to you. Glad that you are here. Appreciate you stopping in. He did it to tell people he did it. What the hell does that mean? I'm doing good. Happy Friday to you. You want out, Rabbit? You want out? A rabbit scratch? No? You're scratching at the door here. Do you want to go out? Go on. I think Mama's is. Who's in the kitchen? Mama's got some Cheerios for you. Go on. Go get some Cheerios. They, one of the traditions, my rabbits, every morning when my wife gets her coffee, all of the rabbits, they run in there because she spoils them with Cheerios. That is they're one of their favorite delicacies. They eat cereal for breakfast. So she pours them. They all come running in there every time she gets a coffee. That's been going on since they were babies. It's like a morning tradition. So my rabbit was scratching at the door because they knew my wife was in the other room there. Oh, yeah. So I bought a bum breakfast. Look, I bought a bum breakfast. Look at me. No one cares. No one cares what you're doing, John. You're a nuisance. You've been a nuisance on my program for a year. I don't know why you come on here. You're beautiful. My goddess there, I had to tell her she was beautiful. Did you get the bunny cereal? All right. The other bunny didn't come in there. Super Obama is here. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Willow and Phil, you're eating your cabbage. You're having a problem with flatulence this morning. But I'm glad that you're here to share that with us. We don't have to suffer your experience, but it's good to talk about it, right? To let loose, right? Become a channel member, get access to our Discord and OnlyFans page where you can see all of our members at the higher levels. You know, they are totally committed to you, that they are willing to expose their genitals for you. You took a homeless guy to a pizza parlor. He took a shit on the floor. Oh my goodness! You ever see that guy? He's in an airport, and there's a janitor. He is mopping the floor, and this guy goes up. He grabs the mop bucket and takes a shit in it. I mean, that's terrible, right? But it was funny to watch. Nathan Strauss. Or Amut is the ancient Egyptian underworld demoness known as the devourer of the dead, eater of hearts. She has the head of a crocodile. Oh my. That's a good symbol, right? That's a powerful symbol. The gator or the crocodile, they are true symbols of the primordial, right? That primal energy. Now this being in the Egyptian pantheon, it has a place, right? Because you have this whole underworld judgment going on. Like if you travel, you get to a place where you're judged, where your heart must balance with the feather, and if it doesn't, you get devoured, right? And it's an interesting that everything has a place. Even the wildest of creatures, right, has a place. in this experience, this mythology. It reminds me of the gargoyle, right? Why are the gargoyles on churches, right? It's an ancient motif. It's an ancient symbol. Even the gargoyle has a place in the kingdom of God. Even in the demon has a place in this thing that you would otherwise think it would not be welcome. The gargoyles, as a symbol, I think goes back to India. They what was it? Lord Krishna was fighting somebody. Or was it Krishna? No, it wasn't Krishna. It was some. It was Shiva, right? Shiva was some guy was pissed off at Shiva or something, and Shiva made this demon to devour it. And what the demon does, it devours greed. It devours the bad. And so you go to India, and they have these little monster faces over their door, like a gargoyle. It is there to protect, right? This otherwise frightful being that you probably wouldn't want around has a place. Isn't that interesting? But I think a lot of modern spirituality has lost touch with that. That it's too high, too pure for everything to have a place, right? And I think it's really to our detriment that this type of understanding has been lost, because seeing like the gargoyle, seeing the demon, some people, they operate in society at a level where they don't feel they have a place. And I think such symbols can give people hope that they too are welcome, that they too have a gift to share, that they are, even, like we sometimes don't involve people in our religion because of, how they present themselves, how they are, and it's to our shame, because everyone should have a place. Uh, let's see here. Pretty embarrassing. Oh, you got your beard tangled up in the toilet again. You took it. Why? I don't understand. You have these people that come on here and tell me about their passing gas or taking shits. I mean, this is interesting, right? That people feel the need to share that with people. There's a lot of people struggling out there in the world with their backside, and they feel like I am the person that they want to have the conversation with about it. I mean, I just bring out the best in people, I guess. The sequoia is the tree you're trying to hug. How you miss them. Yeah. Uh, you are shy, Gwendolyn? Okay, no problem. It was just a thought I would share with you. I thought about it would be interesting. It's okay. Super Obama. You only eat fish and cabbage. You don't like meat. You're F. No meat, F fish. But you do love animals. Good. Yeah, Willow is such a strange character, right? Even Willow has a place, right? Marilyn, good to see you. Iceland, you left Discord altogether. How come? Why did you leave Discord? What's going on with Discord? Did you find a different? Well, we're going to miss you on there. We really enjoyed your presence and the nice things that you would share with us. We're going to miss you on there, Iceland. What was wrong with the Discord? What was going on that you felt you needed to leave? We'll miss you on there. We really appreciated you being a part of the community on there. Some types of social media people get sick of, right? Like I left Facebook a while ago. I don't ever want to go back because it wasn't helpful to me. But I like Discord. It's a good way to communicate with people, and hopefully you come back to us on there. We appreciate you've been a great community member here for quite a long time, right? Sharing the culture of Iceland with us. You're just a silly old fart, Willow. Oh, How visitor? I'm doing good. I hope that you're doing good, Iceland. I hope that you're doing good. Yeah. Um, let's see here. You have yelled at a customer yet? Oh, so you are at work right now, Hiroshi, where you're having these conversations with us. You're at your workplace right now, um, talking to us. What do you do that allows you to use YouTube at the same time? I mean, must be a nice job. You enjoy the smell of feet. Now that's interesting. Now, people have these different fetishes, and yours is you're a foot sniffer. Look at that. We just finished watching the House of the Dragon, and there was someone who liked feet in there too. We had to fast forward his enjoyment of the feet. A little bit bizarre for me. Uh, Sculping is the very best fish, but dangerous to catch. I've never even heard of sculping. Never even heard of that before. You love raccoons, but I saw one a few days ago that had rabies. Yeah, you know when they have rabies because they act really, really bizarre. They look like zombies. I mean, um, yeah, rabies is a terrible, terrible affliction. Um, uh, did you get to pet it, give it a hug? No, no. Yusufako, calm down. Why do I need to calm down? What am I doing that is causing you to stress? You got to go to sleep in a bit. All right, have a good night to yourself. Oh man, Father Bard and others, good to see you. Our good friend the Roku is on here. Always nice to see you, our friend. I hope you're doing well. Parent teacher conferences all for you today. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Spring break started here. One of my kids, I just said, you can stay home today. We'll start early. So spring break has begun for me. I think I only have one of my sons. He went to school, but the other kids, school is out for the week. And I enjoy our spring break here. This is on the floor. It looks like a piece of glass, something. We got to get that off of my floor here. No, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's just a piece of sand. I thought it was a piece of glass. Didn't want my animals to step in it. It's all shiny looking. Let's put that right there. Um, let's see here. Where am I at? You found a lot of raccoon shit on your porch. Well, that's unfortunate that they have chosen your porch amongst all others to be their toilet. How unfortunate for you to have to experience that. I'm sorry. But they have to go. They have to go, right? Harsh Vardhan Shama. Hello from India. Good to see you, our good friend from the beautiful land of India. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment. And Elaine, beautiful bunnies. You enjoy them, Elaine. Did you hear that, Mr. Bunny? You have a fan. Yeah, I love my animals. They are a big part of my life. I enjoy sharing them with people. Raccoons often come to eat with your cats. They don't mind sharing. Look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful when they can get along. They are all precious for sure, Elaine's. Yeah, we love our animals here. And Inquisitor Bacon is here, making sure everything is not kosher. Good to see you, our good friend, the Inquisitor. Good to see you. Daniel Bard took my confession. Good thing you didn't have a deacon uniform. I would have ran out screaming. Yeah, yeah. I think that it was helpful. When I stopped doing the Christian stuff, I lost, like half of the audience. when I stopped, I did the Christian stuff, and then I stopped making fun of Christian with, I used to have videos that, not make fun of it, but contradict it. And I stopped doing all of that stuff. I lost probably half of my audience by doing that. And that's okay, because I'm building it all back up now. Probably lost about 5,000 subscribers, something like that. Love you from India. Thank you. Thank you. You dripped? Oh no. I hate when that happens. Where am I at? Yeah. Oh, let's see here. The hitchhiking was a little dangerous. You wouldn't do it anymore. Yeah. It isn't safe. Yeah. You dropped your phone on your face. Ouch. Thankfully, I'm an Yugo, so I don't get trafficked. Damn. Oh, man. You were hitchhiking one time and a cop see me and said, hey. Yeah, that's Hiroshi's classic presentation. You bought a bomb breakfast. Oh, my goodness. You are enjoying your breakfast there. Extra spicy. You are starving and you don't want to get up. Well, you need LifeLock. You need to be able to push that button. Remember those LifeLock commercials? Not LifeLock, Life Alert. Life Alert. That's what I meant. Do you remember the Life Alert commercials? They would have them on all the time. And they were on Cartoon Network all the time. My kids were, worried about, I remember my daughter saying, can we get one of those for grandma? I mean, the Life Alert, right? Yeah, I've fallen and I can't get up. Those commercials, right? Life Alert. They used to be a big deal back in the later 90s and early 2000s. Now, not so much. I don't even know if it's still around. It's, the level of technology that we have now. You can just yell out to your Amazon box thing and tell it, hey, I've fallen and I can't get it up. Send me some blue pills. Let's see. You got Shiva Kalashi shampoo. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Now you're having problems with your backside. You left Discord because it's just not the place for me. Well, all right. Well, you're always welcome to come back to our group if you want, right? We had good times there, right? So you're always welcome. Anytime you want to come back, you're always welcome back into the community. Keep getting your account suspended because you do a lot of trolling on there. That's why, right? You go to those other Discord servers and they start whining about it and reporting you, right? Ask me next week, Bart. I'll be less shy when I'm not depressed. Okay, I will. Sometimes I play your stream on the big TV. Look at you. You are finding so much entertainment that you have upgraded to your screen pleasure to a larger size. Bigger is better, as they say. Let's see. It is a gas station. Oh my God. Oh, you work at a gas station, so you can just put your YouTube right there while you're dealing with your people come up, right? Isn't that interesting? There's some really good YouTube shows from gas stations that people do. Gas station adventures or something I watched. That was really interesting. The things, especially the level of theft. You have this one guy who catches people stealing in his gas station all the time, and he goes out and threatens them. I thought that was quite kind of humorous. And then there's this one gas station program that I watched where it is in the ghetto, up in where I used to live, and in Detroit, and he deals with all of this bizarre inner city behaviors. And he kind of like mocks people and stuff. He's safe. He's behind a glass, a bulletproof shield in front of him. So he mocks his customers and stuff. It's quite entertaining. You've been with a few people with foot fetishes. I'm interested to have your feet worship. Yeah. To each their own, right? Yeah. Um, what your religion? You believe in rabbits? Yes. Rabbits are my deities. Yeah. That you. How did you know? This is the rabbit goddess here. I worship the rabbit. I have a costume that I put on, and I run around like a rabbit in real life. When I go to the grocery store, I dress up like a rabbit and everything. Yeah. I do everything. I pick up my kids at school in my rabbit. I make love to my wife in my rabbit outfit. I do everything in the rabbit outfit. Yeah. Rabbitism, rabbitality. Yeah. Um, that is not a rabbit. It's Esqualix. Preteen is brave. What the hell is an Esqualax? I never even heard of that term before. Um, I mean, rabbits, hares, whatever, they all look the same to me. They're all related in some way. Yeah. The Vixen is here, the servant of Anubis. Good to see you. Good to have you here. And Trampus Bowmaster, the walking Celtic art gallery. If you look at Trampus Bowmaster's body, he has all kinds of Celtic tattoos. You should see the head of his private part. There's a big green man face on it. I mean, he's a walking Celtic art gallery. All his whole body, tattoos all over it. Rabbits for rabbits, yeah. Lady of the Orchard. Let's see here. Where are we at? All these wonderful people here. The audience is better now, you think, now that we've left the clergy shirt behind. You enjoy it better here. John Holmes, you want to start a metal band called God's Cock. Well, yeah, I would go with the Guar theme if you want to do that. Go with the Guar theme, but try to find a costume that, reveals the religious nature of your metal band. And Print Jackson is here. Good to see you. Let's see here. Christianity has caused a lot of suffering that it refuses to account for. Well, as a former Christian, I was not ashamed to say that there's a lot of bullshit in my religion. But yeah, Christianity has got a terrible history that often gets neglected for this message of love. Well, if it's a loving message, why did it have to do all of this shit to get here, right? All right. You're right. I have been able to squeeze in more cock push-ups. I'm only getting stronger. What are you doing to your private part? How do you do a push-up like that? I mean, I could imagine the weight of your body, causing it some problems for doing that. Do you like spin around in a circle on it, like a top? Is that what you're trying to do? You spin around like a top on it. Life alert. Hell no, I hate doctors. Yeah. You want life alert? Your eyes are wandering right now. So you're getting all of this sexual desire for me is coming out right now. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not here to experience it, but you do what you think is appropriate. I am happily married, but I won't rob you of your entertainment, right? Like and subscribe. Go up and give it a touch right there. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. I am here talking about whatever you want to talk about, sharing my spiritual experience with you and my comedy. Every day I am here for your privilege. Life Alert saved your grandmother before. Wow, really? Wow, so that is something that your grandmother had that was quite helpful. Very interesting. Right up there with Jim the Hammer Shapiro commercials. Yeah. God's Cock is a good name for a band. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you'd probably get a lot of attraction to that. Yeah. What's that behind you? That is a rabbit, right? It's a Celtic symbolism. A rabbit. You got the moon and the rabbit. They're classic Celtic symbols of the goddess. See, we never reported you, Haraf. Yeah, I never did. Never. Uh, she fell and the stove was on. Oh my word. Life alert. Saved her life. Wow. That's amazing that she was able to have that. Yeah. Yeah. My grandmother, she's in her 90s. She recently had a fall. So now she's on one of those mobility. I was asking my mother to get her one of those electrical mobility things, those little hot rods, that the old people drive around. Those things. They have like shopping. The ones that you see at like the grocery store, right? They have those for people that can't get around, those electric little buggies. And my grandmother she's an Olympian. I'm like, maybe you can start something up. You can get all these old people together and have like an Olympics race with these little electrical, um, little bicycles that you have, or have like battles with them, jousting. That would be a lot of fun, right? This my grandmother, she's an athlete. Why not mix it up? If you go out with the joust. Um, let's see. Yeah, you got a stick for those people who steal from you. You are in the ghetto. Nobody speaks English. Yeah, totally your element. Yeah, you should probably do YouTube streams, Hiroshi. That would be excellent, right? Hiroshi's gas station. That would be a wonderful YouTube show. Uh, Both your daughters are nurses. You'll have to rely on them. No doctors for me, please. Yeah, you don't like the doctors. You let your family take care of you. That's good. You eat rabbit twice a week. Well, shame on you. Rabbits are beautiful, benevolent creatures. I love rabbits. I don't want to eat them. I adore them. I adore rabbits. I have a rabbit fursona. Yeah, yeah. A little bit of fursona won't hurt you, right? El Araha is the god of rabbits. Really? I never even heard of this El Al-Hara. Oh, where am I at here? Where did I go here? Let me try. I just lost my place here. Scrolling through the comments here. Yeah, I try to talk to everyone on here. Um, let's see here. There you have a rabbit foot necklace. Look at that. Rabbits bring luck and peace to people. Bard is a furry, confirmed. Yes, I am. When I'm not being a miniature giant space hamster trapped in a human body, I am a rabbit out in the wilderness. The animal kin, all of that stuff. Yeah. Do I have any feet tattoos? No, I don't. I personally don't have a feet tattoo. No. The foot is one of the most sensitive parts of your body. Are you asking Trampus? Yeah, I would imagine Trampus, because he's a lover of mushrooms. I could see him putting like fungus on his foot, just as a jest, putting like magic mushrooms, his own versions of the athlete's foot. I could imagine Trampus doing that. You have a heart tattoo on your foot because you like pumpkin spice lattes. Ooh. You have beard tattoos on your foot? Really? Look at that. You're asking for a friend? Gua, you liked Gua? Yeah, they weren't interesting. I didn't really care for their music, but they were funny. People would go up and ask for beatings from them, and they get these plush hammers out and start beating people or hitting them with a giant dildo and stuff like that. They were interesting entertainers. Uh, or it's a Jack Black thing, you think? Uh, you learn from the master. Oh my. Guar was better in the 90s. I didn't really listen to them anyways. I look at them nowadays compared to back then. It definitely looks like they've got more family friendly in their appearance. Yeah, they're not. If you go to a Guar concert now, they probably don't have giant penises that people like these giant blown up penises that everyone's throwing around. They've got more into the sexual element out because they've grown up a little bit and just kept the fun violence of the music. Now I think about your life, it lifts me like air. Now I think about your wife, and it lifts me like an airlift. Oh, yeah, well, whatever. Christianity is becoming a serious problem. Pretty sure you'll be a major point in history books. Yeah, I think that a lot of people, because people are becoming more educated, there's more connection with people. People are realizing that Christianity has a lot of bullshit in it. Like I was watching this program yesterday about the idea that Nazareth, it's not a real place. It's a mistranslation of a word. What you had on the cross, Jesus the Nazorian, and it got translated as Jesus of Nazareth. Nazorians, these were a particular sect of Jews back then that were called the guardians, the keepers of the old ways. It was very oriented towards the first temple. The second temple was a reject. A lot of these, like the Essenes, they didn't like the second temple. They didn't like them. So the Nazorians were an old school nostalgia group. And that's what Jesus was a part of. He was a Nazorian. So it got mistranslated to Nazareth. So now they have a problem. There's no Nazareth in the Old Testament. There's no Nazareth city. So they started making this place up. There's no archaeology that you will find a Nazareth. The modern Nazareth was built on an idea. They built churches and stuff there. That is the only history of this place. There is no Nazareth. And you have all of these people who are putting together the Bible. Like, what are we going to do? Well, they made it all up. They made him from Nazareth. So you have these contradictions because the Messiah is supposed to be from the city of David, but now we have to make up this new story. And they edited it all in there, and it's really a mess. It's really a mess. And modern scholarship has provided all of the evidence that Nazareth is not real. It is not a real place. And unfortunately, people don't want to look at the evidence. So it was an interesting program that I watched on it. Because I had known about Nazorian, that Jesus was part of this first temple group that didn't like the second temple, that wanted to restore the old ways, that taught theosis. Theosis is you becoming what God is. That was first temple tradition. Solomon went into the temple and became God on earth to the people. That was the purpose of the temple, was to make people divine. And you didn't get that in the second temple religion was a religion of appeasement. And so you had these two strains of thought. Like you still have that in modern Christianity. You have the appeasement, which is Roman Catholicism and all the Protestants. And then you have the theosis, which you find in Eastern Orthodoxy. They have continued the tradition of Jesus, or the other churches have not. Jesus taught that you will become divine. So that is the difference in modern Christianity today. The bad photographer. You encourage me to pursue sobriety. 12 days sobers today. Thank you, Bart. That really brings me a lot of joy, my friend, that I inspired you to take this difficult journey. of sobriety. I really appreciate you sharing that with us, and I'm very happy for you that you're able to take that difficult journey. And that's your spirituality, right? People that struggle with substance abuse, right? You always have this devil on your shoulder that you have to say no to. And in doing so, you become more angelic. You draw power from something that was meant to destroy you, now becomes a source of power for you. And so that's one of, I know that a lot of people, when they're struggling with substance abuse, it can be very depressing that you have to wake up every day and want to go get a drink or go out and do drugs, right? It's very depressing for people to deal with it. But the reality of it, this thing that annoys the shit out of you, is now your best friend. It's your friend that says, do you want to be great? Then you have to say no to me, that you have to beat me in the wrestling match. So that's one of the beautiful things about the path of sobriety. It's a spirituality that makes you great. Let's see here. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see here. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, thank you, Raw. He's doing it raw here. Let's see. Guar was better in the 90s. Yeah. I think I was exposed to Guar in the 80s. That's when I met Guar, when I was a skateboarder. I think all the way back in the 80s is when I heard about Guar, the Dead Kennedys. What else? Sam Hain, the Misfits, Suicidal Tendencies. These were all like skateboarding music back then. Wearing his little Celtic necklace. Oh, really? You're trying to think of Carnival of Chaos. Yeah. The background rabbit is really for his druid job interview. Yes. Yes, he's got his little tie on here. He is ready to go see if he gets the job. He's going to meet with the goddess Keredwin today. Like, can I get the job? My goddess. He's got a nice little tie on there. Let's see here. Willow, you have huge breasts. Well, doesn't that get in the way sometimes of your cabbage, right? When you're trying to eat your cabbage and your fish, you find your breasts sinking into your soup pot. You know, that's always a difficulty, right? Always a struggle, right, for people that are well endowed, right? You know, sometimes you ever think about investing in a wheelbarrow? That might help. It helps for people with, like, when their testicles are too big as well. Wheelbarrows, those are very helpful to people. And I actually seen this in action. I've shared this story before, but one time I was in a Barnes and Nobles, and I was looking at an interesting book about elephantitis, and these gentlemen had elephantitis in their testicles. And there's this one guy. He's got a wheelbarrow. He's got a button-up shirt on, but he has no pants, and he's got his testicles in a wheelbarrow, which I thought was quite hilarious. Did you get enough Cheerios? Did you get enough Cheerios, madam? Oh, she's such a precious animal. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at here? Good morning to our bad photographer. All right, where are we at? Trying to catch up to your comments. I know I'm just a tad bit behind, which is good because I love having these conversations with people on here. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Let's see what another one knows. The Toilet Earth, the Thesophilic. We love that one. I don't think we should eat flesh at all. Ashley, going downward. You don't feel like we should eat flesh at all. You know, this is when I talk to like vegan folks. Where do you get your philosophy of being from? because you have no problem eating plants, right? You have no problem cutting down trees and all of that stuff. For me, the tree is sacred. Plants are living as well, right? What is your philosophy of being come from? Why does it only go to animals? Why does it not extend outward? Like every grain of sand to me has a voice. Why do you stop with the animals? You have no problem eating a salad. With why? Why don't you extend the idea of being to go further into the natural? Eating rabbits is disgusting. Your husband enjoys eating rabbits. I love my rabbits. Scumbags of the Universe. That's another good album. Yeah. El Ara is the god of rabbits. And Watership Down. Watership Down. Yeah, some of these rabbit shows, these cartoons that they have made, they're quite gruesome. Is it Watership Down, or there was another one where the rabbits, I mean, it was really violent. I thought it was a children's film. I'm watching this show about rabbits with my kids. I'm like, damn, look at these sons of bitches on here. They're getting really violent on here. It's like an adult show. All right, see here. You love rabbits too, Ashley? You love rabbits? Well, let me introduce you to my rabbit, Ashley. I got my other one's eating. He's in the other room eating right now. But here is Mrs. Bunnyworth. There she is. Say hello, Mrs. Bunnyworth, to your fans. She's like, I am relaxing right now. I am in a state of calm and peace. Look at that little nose right there. It's sniffing away there. Yeah, they love when you pet the bridge of their nose. They really enjoy that. It's quite peaceful to them. She just all she wants to do is lay around. She's such a lazy animal and just get pet all the time. Bunny's over there eating his food over there in his food dish. Come over here, Mr. Bunny. Don't you want to say hello to your fans? Come on over here. Look at that. Oh, there he is. He's like, okay, I'll come over here. He's like, I want some attention too. He's eating his num nums. Num 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 num. So look, she's giving him a kiss. Take care of him. Give him a kiss. You got to take care of Mr. Bunny. Yes, he's got a hard life living with you. Always, all of your demands of being groomed. He just wants to be loved. That's all. That's all he wants to do. Right, Mr. Bunny. All right, that's enough for my bunnies today. They got lots of screen time today for the rabbits. Where did it go? I lost my image of the rabbit. There it is. There's my image of the rabbit. All right, there you go. You got to see my bunnies again. Twice in a row, right? Double the action. Double the fun. Double mint gum. Right there. My rabbits. They're beautiful creatures. Like, if you love rabbits, go up and touch the like. If you love rabbits, give me a like. Because rabbits are part of the program at least a couple times a week. The rest of the week, the tortoise gets to be involved in the show, right? Let's see here. Oh, man, darn it. I hate my mouse made my comments go up into the sky here. All right, wait. You have a foot tattoo and it hurt badly. I can only imagine. I mean, all those nerve endings in your feet, right? Yeah, a mother effer. Yeah. Magic mushroom is on. You have a magic mushroom on your back. Very nice, Ashley. Very nice. You are a demon. I am. Yeah. Does that bother you that I've come from the 356 layer of hell to be here with you today? Dushranek, heaven expected you to fall into druidic heresy. I guess false prophets during the end times aren't anything new. What the hell is a druidic heresy? What the hell is that? Are you making this all up? This is funny. I'm in a druidic heresy right now. Um, what the hell is that? Can you define that, please? Our fundamentalist friend here. Uh, what the hell is a druidic heresy? I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I have fallen in the druidic heresy. Oh, geez. Weird. It's really weird. A lot of weird people on here. I thought I was weird until I got on YouTube. Druidic heresy. Yes, I am. I am a proponent of the druidic heresies. I have come to bring this teaching from the gods to the world. Smeagol, good to have you here. Some idiot tried to foolish shit last night about the Catholic Church and wisdom. They had their tampon in the wrong. So someone was flushing tampons in the toilet and it got stuck and overflowed. I mean, it happens. It's unfortunate, right? Well, down here in the South, in Florida, we have what the redneck ladies leaving their stuff in the parking lot. I mean, it's really bad here. There's not a time that I don't see like something nasty in the Walmart parking lot, like a dirty diaper. That's a classic one. You got these freaking rednecks down here. They leave dirty diapers in the freaking parking lots. I mean, it's quite quite disgusting, right? That you're doing wonderful. Not one complaint. You don't have to enter the city today. Oh man, 2 new fundies at the same time. Yeah. Druidry is not a heresy. Yeah. Green jelly got you into Gua. I am confused to why as people call you a demon. Because I come from the 356th layer of hell. And they have seen my horns. I got horns in my pants. And they confuse that for a demon. You know, like they want to sing the Speed Racer song. And every time, you know, I get in action on my OnlyFans page. Here he comes, here comes the bard. He's a demon on wheels. You are a demon as well. Yeah, we love our fundamentalist friends here that like making shit up about me. I mean, the Bible says not to slander people, but they must ignore that part. Yeah. Good morning, Ravensand. Good to see you. A wonderful friend from the land of Miami. And CM Sheik, good to have you here again. Let's start your day here with the Bard. Hope everyone has a beautiful day. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Wow, look at the time is flying. I've been here, got about another 30 minutes to be with you. It feels like I just got on here. Isn't that something? Yeah, I'll be on here later on today. If you're interested in watching our D&D game, there's a link down in the bottom there pinned to the comments. Go there, give it a subscription, and you could watch me play D&D with my wonderful community members here. We have a wonderful time on there. We always have fun. Yeah, Christians love calling people demons. Everything's a demon. Some sort of weird-ass pagan shit. I am disappointed. Well, you don't have to be here, Dick. You don't have to be here. Go away. If you don't like it here, go somewhere else. Stop being a child and whining and bitching. Let's see here. If you had to remind them of human trafficking on a scale, it's a violation by all here. They probably call my turtle a demon too. They are the fundy Christians who think they are better than everyone else. You went to church and started smoking. Holy water burns too. Oh man, that's terrible. Good to see you, Taha T401F. Always nice to see you. What's up with your eyes? Were you brainwashed? Yes, I was. My eyes. It's all in my eyes, right? Look. You see it? There's a devil in there. Can you see it in my eye? Do you want to cast it out? You want to cast out the... Go on. Give it your best shot there, Christian. Cast out the devil out of my eye. You have the power, right? You're like He-Man. You can... He-Man takes the sword. He points it at Cringer. Cringer becomes battle cat. Use your Christian powers right through the airwaves. Pretend I'm Cringer. You're going to make me into battle cat. Shoot those Christian power rays through the stream. Set me free from the demons. What a jackass. Salam alaikum to you. You got a bad spanking this morning. Well, stop stealing from the cookie jar. People who are living in fear. Demon! They are scared of their own shadows, literally. No shadow work ever. Demon turtle would make a good D&D monster, yeah. The true Christianity, Jesus was a Nazarene, not Nazareth. Yeah, it wasn't even Nazarene. It's Nazorian. That's what the proper word was, that they reinterpreted and made up a whole city. Because they thought, he's from Nazareth. No, that's not what it said. It says Jesus the Nazorian. They got it all wrong. They reinterpreted. They made up a whole city because it didn't. It's really crazy what these New Testament authors did. They would just make stuff up. Like the idea of in Matthew, the wise men following the star. They had to stop in to talk to the king. Like, why couldn't they just keep following the star? Why did they have to stop in and chime in? Where's he at? We are come here. We are following the star. Well, why do you need to ask? Because they found something in the Old Testament they had to make sense of. So they created this whole story. And mythology is not wrong. I mean, but it's not real. All mythology is a story that helps you to take a spiritual journey to a place, but it's not physically real. It might be based on the physical real, but it's not supposed to be taken literally. People don't know how to read mythology in our modern day. Oh, let's see here. If we follow Jesus' words instead of Paul's, I mean, it's all foolishness to me. Yeah, if you follow Jesus' words, what did he say? Follow all the laws, not just the 10 Commandments. They like to forget that. You have a friend from India. He says there's a rape in his city. Yes, some places aren't good with the laws, right? Can you turn that down? Turn that down. Turn the fan off too. They're already up. This is their first day of spring break, and they're up playing the video games already. You had to go on your internet playing up. Oh my. Makes a lot of sense. Jesus was chill. The church is not. Yeah. Demon Troll would make a good band name too. Oh, that would. Yeah, that would. Yeah. There's no Nazareth. They did not want us to know that he was a Nazarene. Yeah. They made it all up. They made it all. There's not one historical shred of evidence for Nazareth. They made it all up. I think that the location, they found a well. There's no buildings. There's no pottery. There's nothing. Everything that they found is after Jesus, when people started living there, because that's where they thought Nazareth was. Hair of the dog. Oh my. Let's see here. Mainstream Christianity is following Paul's ways, not Jesus. Yeah, you're right, because they ignore what he said in Matthew, that you should follow all the laws, not 10. They should be stoning people. Like yesterday, I was gay yesterday. I should have got stoned by Christians for being gay, right? Dark Crystal is so good. Oh, you like the Dark Crystal? Did you watch the TV series? They made. I didn't get a chance to watch that. The Dark Crystal TV series, but I remember that. That was really well done. I really enjoyed that. The mythology in it. The sea slacks, weren't they called? Yeah, something like that. Skelets. The darkest of crystal running around old and miserable shits. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that how they healed when they healed the crystal. The bad guys, the Sheelax or Sea Slacks or whatever the hell they were, Skakalax or I don't remember what the hell. They became one with the old people and they turned into light. That's like shadow work there. That's alchemy. You have the two coming together to become something new. It was pretty interesting, wasn't it? The Nazarenes are a community of people that survived the land, like John eating the honeycomb. Yeah. As a baseline for fantasy, I watched it so many times as a child. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Jesus didn't walk on water. He was paddle boarding. He was a surfer. Yeah, you could certainly come to that conclusion. Yeah, people don't walk on water. That's not real. Names of the sun: Sol, Om, An. One of your favorites from childhood was the Labyrinth. Yeah, that was a good one. Now, there's rumors that they're making another Labyrinth movie with Loki, the actor who plays Loki. He is supposed to be the Goblin King. Now, I hope they do that. That would be great. I would love that to see that. Your vape is burned. Oh no, you're going to crash out. All right, take care. If we follow Jesus' teaching and not Paul's, well, that's the thing. When you say Jesus' teachings, what are they? Because you're reading a book compiled by people who are not Jesus. We know from scholarship that only 20% of the New Testament is actually his words. The rest, they made that shit up. Even the words they use, they put it in a context for what they want to tell you about, right? I mean, when you say Jesus's words, you have to look at all of what's available, not just the canon of Scripture. Like the Gnostic texts for me, they have Jesus's words as well. I like them much better because they have no control. There's a little control structure in it than you have in the canonical Gospels. There's a lot of control in there. You have laundry to do? Oh, man. Let's see here. Ashley, you've been sober for 9 years. That is wonderful, Ashley. Thank you for sharing that with us. What an accomplishment, right? What an accomplishment, your sobriety. Yes, sobriety is important to me. Now, as some of you know, I have to take all kinds of substances for my physical disabilities. But if I was sober for many years. Congrats. I never had a substance abuse problem myself. The red words. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the red words. Yeah, that's all a scam. Because the red words are not his words. That's someone hoping that they are his words. See, you quit being an alcoholic in 2009. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that's helped a lot of people with drinking, the California sobriety. You switch to weed. That's been very helpful to people to stop drinking. They'll switch over to weed, which is a lot less harmful. But thank you, everyone who's sharing your sobriety with us. It's quite an accomplishment. We have someone in our community that puts up pagan AA meetings or NA meetings, I can't remember, in our Discord server, because it has a pagan theme to it rather than when you go to AA, most of the people or NA, they're most of them, not all, they have their ideas very Christianized, right? You married your drug dealer. She got caught at the border at 15 with 290 pounds of weed. Her father was pissed for transporting someone else's drugs. Wow, that's crazy. Katarina, good to see you. And Nathan, Brandon, good to have you here. You stop sniffing strangers' feet at the bus stops. Yeah. How did you get caught? What'd you do? Like, you would, this is what he would, Hiroshi would like drop change on the ground and he'd go around and then someone's foot would be there and he'd start putting his nose up. So he got caught doing that. Let's see here. It's a hare, not a rabbit. Well, you can make it with a tomato, tomato. Really, it's all the same to me. Oh shit, where am I at? Yeah, when I get to the bottom of the comments, I'll call it a day. I'm way behind in the comments. Let's see here. Where am I at? I'm so far behind. Let's see. Right here's where I will be. Um, you need a testicle wheelbarrow. So you have elephantitis in your testicles. Yeah, it's well, that's what wheelbarrows are for, right? You saw a guy the other day who could use his balls on a beanbag chair. Wow. Now this is an interesting thing that we have all of these cosmetic surgeries, right? Uh, there's one where you can inject your testicles to make them swell out to look extra big. And it's some really bizarre behavior that people want to inject things in their private parts, right? A lot of this cosmetic stuff is making people look like aliens. You see people that get all these, especially with this the fat people drug now, the OPIC or whatever it's called, Omepec or whatever. These people look like damn skeletons, and then they're going to get plastic surgery. Yeah, I saw Ozzy Osbourne's daughter the other day. I'm like, she doesn't look like a human being anymore. Yeah, she took all of the natural, um, flesh out of her face, where she looks like a damn skeleton. I mean, I don't find that attractive when people look like skeletons. There's a reason why your face has these things. The same thing with Wednesday Addams. I mean, look what she has done. I forgot what her name is, right? Uh, she had that series on Netflix, right? She looks like a damn skeleton. I mean, why would you do that to you? She was a pretty girl, right? She was a pretty girl. And then she gets her face. They take out all the natural flesh out of it. Now she looks like, she looks like a real, like an alien or something, right? It's a shame. Thank you, my friend, for becoming a community member. Now you can access our Discord server. Go to the members only tab, and you should be able. We'll see you on Discord. Thank you for supporting what I do here. Uh, you have set on your testicles one at a time and passed out. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Is that a hair? I don't know. Whatever they are, right? Yeah. I don't think it matters. You're sleeping with this in the background. We're putting you into the land of dreams here. Your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Bert Raccoon must be from Canada. The raccoon was one of your favorite childhood cartoons. Bert the Raccoon. Plants are alive, yeah. There's a documentary on breatharianism, people who claim to only eat sunlight and oxygen. It was a whole religious movement. Yeah, it's interesting. I heard about that. Yeah. Um, do you really think it's real that you could survive just by eating sunlight? It doesn't seem realistic to me. But you saw the documentary. I'm sure they had evidence on there. Um, Watership Down was a great movie. Yeah. You'll share a link in the Discord. Oh, good. Bunny with. Oh, I'm at my bunny part now. That's how far. But Crazy Carl, good to see you. It's cooled down in Gainesville. Yeah, we're gonna have one last cool week this week. It's gonna get down in the 70s again. Carl. Uh, Blackjack Rabbit. Let's see. English Raccoons Rock. It's called Starving Yourself. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Ed. All these wonderful people here. Weinman Designer. That was nice of you to travel all the way up here. No problem. You're low energy pain today. Sorry to hear that. It's Friday the 13th again. A lucky day, right? Cyril and Cedric the raccoons. You got a shot glass, 2 eggs, top off with milk and breakfast. Wonderful. The Jehovah Witnesses came to your house today. How wonderful. Out knocking on the doors early in the day, right? We have 3 Friday the 13th. Look at that. Yeah. Heresy is something that ticks off the church. Yeah. That's how far behind I am in the comments. You two have witnessed the Bard's horn. Magnificent and large. Oh, man. Well, if you, yeah, all these people that see my OnlyFans page, right? Cherries are delicious. Celtic rabbits, no, oh, yeah. Everyone should wash their brains. It's good hygiene. Yeah, I would agree. You went to Gen Con in Wisconsin. You met Slipknot there. They were doing a concert. The drummer lived right behind a friend of yours' house. Look at that. Hail Ceridwen, our most venerable goddess. May she lead us to the cauldron and the light of the hour. Yeah. Oh my, where am I? Dirty diaper in the parking lot. Will there be an irony to proud of my car, not too proud of the earth? Oh man. Amy the Berry. Jesus says Russia and China are going to invade the USA. Is that what he said to you? Jesus said that Russia and China are going to invade the USA. When did he tell you that? Did you go out on a date yesterday with Jesus? If you survive the violence, you'll thirst and starve. Grow survival crops. Yeah, okay, I'm all ready for the end of the world. I got my 10,000 rounds of ammunition. I'm all ready to go here. Have I ever played EverQuest? I never got into it. No, I didn't get into it. Jesus visits people in life and visions. You met him one day, hopefully? Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll meet him one day too. Yeah. Let them cast out their demons. Yeah, I'm trying. Jesus is coming soon. Yeah, we've been waiting. We've been waiting. You met Jesus already. He makes great tacos. Oh man. How does someone know if they will air? I don't know. Is that a trick question? You come on here with this apologetic stuff all the time. You know you've said this exact verse, or not verse, but your presentation here. Then you start going into this moral diatribe. Jesus loves chickpeas. Let's see. You smoked a joint with Jesus at skate park. Oh man. He came to you as a Mexican security guard. Look at that. You wash your brain with Acodown. Oh man. The rapture happened this morning. Why are you still here? Damn it. You missed the bus. The mothership of Christ came by. Yeah, you missed the rapture. That's too bad for you. It's pronounced Jesus, damn it. Yeah, I know. That's what my neighbor says all the time. Oh, let's see. That's a good replacement for Bowie. You'd enjoy another Labyrinth movie? Yeah. Bowie was a great artist. It's a shame what he did to that child. Yeah, he stole their baby. Can you believe it? You're about to walk on water in the shower. Worship you. Oh, show us your goods. Yeah, they always say Jesus is coming all the time. Yeah. It's a good way to control people, right? To get you to behave. It's all a scam. Oh, man. What did Ashley do here? Oh, the Bible was compiled 200 years after Jesus died. Yeah. Yeah. Where am I? Hammers 2192. It's not sacrilegious to imbibe of the leaf. I don't know what that means. Oaken Hill Hermit, good to see you. Yeah, good to have you here. All these wonderful people. People don't know who David Bowie was? Really? Really? You rolled a green stick with some mushrooms. Oh, interesting. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Oh, look at here. Our morning astrologer, Lewis, is here. Good to see you, Lewis. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Glad to see you. Getting ready for our game tonight. Lewis is one of my players in our game tonight. Yeah, if you're interested in watching our D&D game tonight, that link that's in the, if you're on your computer, it's on the top. If you're on your phone, it's on the bottom there. Go and give that a subscription if you enjoy watching that stuff. Let's see here. Where are we at? Scrolling through. Alkawaska for you. All right. The AI I went to chose native spirituality. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Smoke reefers. Yeah. Hello, Bard. Nice to see you, Ryan. Good to see you. Good to have you here. You are rolling in the field and dancing. You're going to get some ice cream for your munchies afterwards. Mook's Spud. Father Deacon, who is that behind you? Haven't seen him before. That is a rabbit. That's all it is. It's a rabbit. It's a Celtic rabbit with moon. It is. I thought it looked cute because I love my rabbits, right, guys? I'm talking to my rabbits now on the floor here. I am a lover of the rabbit. It is my totem. Have I repented yet? No, not yet, Matthew. I'm still working in. I've been waiting in line to collect my repentance stamps, and still nothing's been working out. I'm having some struggles, especially during Lent. You're a veteran of ayahuasca? Oh my. You fixed your post-traumatic distress disorder? It's very dangerous. Yeah, I would never do it myself. Skeleton. She's got them demons, Bard. Oh no. Well, cast them out, Matthew. Oh, let's see here. Kelly Osbourne looks terrible. Yeah, it's sad how these people that they're not living in the real world, right? Because we all live in the real world. We watch these people. We don't want you to look like aliens. We liked it when you looked old, when you looked, that was more beautiful than what you're doing now to yourself. Stop doing this transformation of yourself. It's terrible. It's terrible. Wednesday is a Native American that grew up on a reservation, really. Yeah, let's not body shame women in general. Yeah, we love our ladies here. Might break a bone while rolling, watching. That's what leads them to these terrible surgeries. Yeah. Love your ladies. Ladies have a great sensitivity, right, to what you say about them. And if you're not treating them as they should be treated, they go out and they do all this stuff that they think will make them look better, and it doesn't. They were beautiful just the way they are, right? I love my wife. We're getting old together. I don't want her to get any surgeries. I don't want her to change. I love her for who she is. And I tell her she is beautiful every day. You heard it when she walked in here. I tell her that all the time. Your wife has body dysmorphia. It's a horrible affliction. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see here. Junk in the trunk. Oh boy. Body dysmorphia is terrible. Sometimes I can't leave the house because of it. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, but you're beautiful. We appreciate you, Gwendolyn, for being on here. We really appreciate you. Let's see here. Father Rambo, is he on here? Rambo stops in every now and then. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Where am I at? Satan is in the White House. Yeah, probably. He's never left. Doesn't matter who's in there. But we don't get into politics here. ATW Absurd. Nice to see you. Glad to have you here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. You like the background? You like my rabbit? Yeah, it's adorable, isn't it? Let's see. You know, a guy that said he was fat, he got pissed because he's bald too. I don't judge this. Yeah. There's a natural attraction that certain people develop for. We all do. We have certain people that we're attracted to, right? And beauty really is relative, and it's not something that's universal. Like you go, I was watching these people, they put these things around their neck over in Africa. There's this tribe, they extend their necks, the ladies. Like the bigger the neck, the more arousal you'll make people, right? And I don't find that beautiful. But in the culture and the people, that was something. And it used to be like if you go back, maybe 500,000 years ago, something around there, the larger ladies were the ones that were getting painted, right? That was what being large meant. You had, you were prosperous, right? That was something that was attractive to people. Now it's the other way around. Looking like a skeleton, it makes you attractive, right? And like I remember reading something about in Asia, in China, they liked little feet. So that what the ladies would do is they'd wrap their feet up. I mean, it's terrible. They would have there's even to this day there's people that wrap their feet up. They like the little tiny feet, so they break their feet to make them smaller to fit into little tiny shoes. It's strange how we develop these attractions, right? But our ultimate beauty comes from within ourselves. All of this changes. You're going to rot one day, right? It all changes. If you can find someone in your life that loves you for who you are, it doesn't matter, what happens to your body. Like if my wife gets in a car accident and her eyeball like hangs out of her face, I'm still going to love her for who she is. That to me, she is the ultimate beauty in the world. And if you can find someone like that in your life, that you don't care what people think about you, because people come on here, they're like, why do you have 5 chins, and act like dickheads on here, right? Oh shoot, I can't say that word. YouTube doesn't like that word. Oh, let's see here. Rabbit. We have jackrabbits, yeah, all kinds. Lots of Canadians on here all the time. Oh shit, where am I at here? Trying to catch up. Yeah, when I get to the bottom of the comments today, I'll call it a day. But I'll be back on tonight for a D&D game. Where am I at? Yeah. You're making videos. You work on making a video. Okay. Censored. So what? Let's see. No one is ugly. You are all as you are meant to be. Yeah, and I try to encourage people to feel beautiful, because you're wonderful, right? You are wonderful. Beauty is a state of being, right? Am I going to start singing the Christina? The song was that was a beautiful Christina Aguilera song. That about being beautiful. Makes me cry when I listen to it. Very, very powerful song. Yeah, every time I hear it, I tear up. I mean, very powerful song. You're doing cyberselling before bed. The eye of the beholder. That's right, Hamas. The eye of the beholder. The ring women stretching for the guys, wee hanging stones in them, full length. Oh man, yeah. Talking about wee transformation. Yeah, I mentioned earlier that they have testicle injections, but they also do it to the penis shaft. They'll inject fat into the to give you more girth. I mean, the side effect is that you'll have lumps on your wiener. That so you have the people that have done that, they have lumpy weenies. I mean, that's why would you do that to yourself, right? Let's see here. You are beautiful in your own unique way. That's right. Congratulations on your job. Foot hobbing was also about control. It's so wives couldn't run away and do work. Really? I didn't know that. It's terrible. Kizzy the witch is here. Good to see you, Kizzy. Always nice to have you here, our friend. Where am I at here? Scrolling through here. Jeanette Mike Mitchell. Good to see you. Good to have you here. And used to be an adventurer like you, but you took an arrow in the knee. Now you're eating sweet rolls every day. Yeah. All beautiful in our own way. Yeah. Glad all these wonderful people here. Do you like getting pegged? Yes, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Gilded Goblin. Oh my. Look at that. Did you change your image in your little circle thing? Have a wonderful Friday the 13th. Yeah. I see now, yes. Oh, what's wee transformers? Wee transformers is what you're calling them now. More than meets the eye. Yeah, when you see his private parts. Give goblin blood today. Oh, man. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Girth monster. Oh, man. What's the best thing to take for a ridiculously long erection? Go to the hospital. I shared a while ago. I was at a party and someone had slipped Viagra into my drink. I had an erection lasting like 12 hours. So I had to go. I had to go to the hospital and everything. You imagine, you know, I rushed to the hospital. I'm like, it was fun for a while. Then I'm like, wow, it's hard to sleep. I can't roll over in my bed. You know, what's going on downstairs here? And so I get in my car and I'm like, you need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong with your wiener. So I'm driving along like this, like a G, because I can't drive normal because my private part, it keeps hitting the steering wheel. And that was kind of arousing. So I had to like sit back like this and driving, and I'm going really fast. And I get pulled over. And the officer walks up, and I'm like, sir, this is not a stick up. There's no weapons in my pants. I have a problem. I'm in an emergency situation. And so he gave me, I got a police escort to the hospital. So I'm walking in. You know, it was the talk of the hospital. Everyone's coming in and taking a look at my wiener. Everyone's going, you know, opening up the curtain, taking a peek at it. Like, yeah, I'm like, yes, I've had it for 12 hours. Hope you like what you see here. And so all the doctors are coming over there, knocking it around and things. You know, what can we do to keep it down, right? Because you could get some serious damage in your private part for having an erection that long when you take overdose on Viagra. And so what they did is they brought in like a needle and they poked it, and all the blood came out, and that caused it to go down. You know, yeah. Interesting story, right? Someone slipped Viagra in my drink at a party, and I had an erection that lasted 12 hours long. And it was fun for a while. I mean, but it got kind of a nuisance. You know, just imagine. I mean, people think you're a pervert. You're walking around. I was knocking like glasses and shit over on the table. I'd get up, walk around, knocking shit over. I mean, it was really embarrassing, right? Um, it's like, I don't know, what can you do, right? Um, Testicle festival injection. Oh yeah, it's terrible. Let's see here. The foot folding was a sign of wealth and power. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, my wife has useless feet, can't work. She can't get away. Oh, that's terrible, right? Last month we had a Friday the 13th too. Look at that, double Friday the 13th. Yeah, lots of fun, right? Um, where am I at here? Trying to catch up to your comments here. You're back. You just had to give your husband a woof. Okay. Oh, a foof. Oh, I see. Decorate the wing with jewels. Oh man. That's adorable. You think so? Yeah. Oh man. I don't want to know about your vagina. Not see. This is not the kind of show that I'm doing here. That's on my OnlyFans page. No, I didn't beat it down. I did beat it down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tried using all kinds of tools and instruments on it. Nothing was working. I got out the hammer and chisel. No, go down, damn it! I started uh, beating on the wall. I tried all. I tied a rope around it, and I put the other end on the door. Try to keep it to go down. Like when you pull a tooth, I tied it like a rope around it, put it around the door. Didn't do anything. Put hot sauce on it. Did everything. All of these home remedies. There's a whole bunch of home remedies on the internet to make it go back to its normal position. Nothing worked. That's why I went to the hospital. Let's see here. You're crying, laughing. Yeah, that happens sometimes on here when I start telling these terrible stories from my life. Yeah, you can't. It's a, my mother's watching. Did you imagine, how embarrassing that is? My mother's watching. She's going to talk to me. Tomorrow's her birthday. Happy birthday, mother. Um, that was her. Like, this is a great story to learn about my son for my birthday. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see here. Steering with this wheel. Oh man. What did you tell him at the hospital? My tape works too well. Well, I wasn't. It didn't like. It wasn't like. It was like the reverse of what like life like. It's like I'm falling and I can't get it up. It was the other way. I'm not falling. And it's up. Can you help me? Is this something that can be done? I mean, look at it. Can you do something about it? And I mean, they put a stethoscope on it and everything. They're like trying to see if there was a heartbeat in there. Like, what the hell why are you putting a stethoscope on my private part? I think the doctor was a pervert, to be honest. I mean, I couldn't figure out why they kept like doing strange, like, that thing they use to make you, they like stick out your tongue and say, ah, they use that. They were pulling it back and slapping it with it. I'm like, what the hell is that going to do? You're slapping my private part all around. I think he was a pervert, the doctor, and he kept bringing like people in to look at it. Like everybody in the hospital, it felt like I was like a freak show. They're all coming in and taking a look at it. Could you imagine how embarrassing that was? I'm sitting there, laying down, and my wiener sticking up in the sky. You got all the nurses coming in, all of the orderlies. You got the new people that are learning how to be doctors. Oh, look at this. We don't get to see this often. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised it was on True Stories of the ER. They put me on there. I wouldn't be surprised if I was on that show. I mean, because it was like entertainment for them. I was suffering. I mean, I just wanted it to go down. But they're all coming in there. I think it was perfect. Yeah. You like my rabbits? My rabbits, Mook? No, I don't behead my rabbit. You could have used it as a nightstick. Yeah, there's all kinds of things I could have done with it. I mean, it was embarrassing. Panics gone wild. Yeah. They give Viagra to little old women in nursing homes. It keeps them rolling out of bed. Really? Yeah, it has different effects on people. Blood pressure medication. Yeah, that is humiliating, isn't it, John? Let's see here. They were beating me pretty much. Yeah. It wasn't. I didn't get any pleasure out of it. It was not pleasuring. Olive Juice, nice to see you. Good to have you here. You took Viagra once. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, yeah, I don't want to repeat the things that you say. You sound. Let's see here. 4 days like it's strong. Oh man. Good morning. Yeah, Olive Juice. It's always nice to see you. Yeah, 12 hours. No, I didn't use the hours. I mean, it wasn't pleasure. It was just the way it was. I mean, what are you going to do with that? I mean, I mean, there was no pleasure in it for me. It was very embarrassing. Yeah, they poked it. Yep. They get the blood out. It sound. Yeah, they took like this. They like something that you would use to get circumcised, the brisk. They had. That's what they did. They had this. One of the doctors he was a rabbi. He did the circumcisions because they had everyone come in and look at it. They had why was a rabbi coming in and looking at my penis? I don't know. And he had a conversation with the doctor, and he said, "Use my brisk." And this like needle thing that they jam into it to make you bleed. I'm like, I'm technically Jewish because of that. Willow, please stop being a pervert. I mean, I say stuff on here that might be perverted, but no one cares about your private part. I mean, really. Uh, don't forget how you made me laugh. Yeah, yeah. I took a hammer and chisel. I did everything. Yeah, my OnlyFans page. If you become a community member, you could see it all for yourself. I took like I did a vlog on it. 12 hours of suffering. It's all on there. All 12 hours for your viewing pleasure. How is my mom watches the show. So she has YouTube just like everyone else does. Mike, good to see you, and thank you. My mom appreciates that. Adam told Eve to stand back. Yeah, that was the first words of Eve. That's a hard one, right? Matriarch, the mother of the bard. No, she didn't see my private part. She watches the show, right? The Chronicles episode. Yeah. Good morning, Joseph the artist. Good to see you. Bard is so damn funny. Yeah, it can be. I can be. Thank you for your subscribing. Yes. You want to go to the OnlyFans? They only subscribe to get on the OnlyFans page. Now you go to the community tabs there. There'll be a link that you can see all of our Discord channel and everything. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate that. You find my life funny. Yeah, some people do. These funny things happen to me. Yeah. How can you? That's like a something you'll never forget. Someone slipping Viagra into your adult beverage, and then you're at the party here. You're having a drink in your hand, and within an hour, I think it started really to kick in. I'm sitting there with my beverage in my hand, chatting with people, and then I feel it starting to rise, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here? Am I attracted to these people now? Do I have some type of new sexuality, like groupism or something? I don't know. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I got to get out of here. That's what I'm like. Let's go back home. Let's get out of here. This is embarrassing. Like, what are you doing to me to cause this here? I'm like, I thought there was something going on in my pants, like maybe a demon possession. I was a Christian at the time. And maybe I thought, I needed to get an exorcism, put some holy water on it or something. So I got the hell out of that party because I was embarrassed. You walking around with an erection is embarrassing. I did not know they took blood samples, and they said that I had taken too much Viagra, and someone had slipped it into my drink. Maybe my wife did it. I don't know. She never said that she did that, but it might have been her. I'll have to ask her about that later. Were you respond? Maybe she's embarrassed to admit it, because she's like, we're going to have fun tonight. Put some extra pills in there in your bed. I don't know. I think someone did it as a joke, probably. That's what happened. Um, or maybe somebody else. I got their drink. Maybe I picked it up off the table. They're getting ready for old people love, and they mixed it in their drink, to get it going. I don't know. But the doctor said that's what was in my bloodstream was someone had put Viagra in my drink. It depends on how large your wiener is. Yeah. You have bad diarrhea? Don't. Too bad. You think your doctor is a pervert too? He checked your testicles just for cancer. Jeez. Oh man. I love that show. That's a good show. Yeah. Let's see here. Where am I at here in the comments here? Yeah, my mom appreciates that. I'll let her know that everyone said happy birthday. Do they have druid saint-like characters? Oh, lost opportunity, no pleasure. Yeah, I was worried. I thought maybe there was an alien abduction or something. Maybe I got a probe or something that was causing it. You caught a yeast infection in prison? Oh, man. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, yeah, my kids are in there laughing. I don't know if they hear it. You can hear them through the door, like, Dad, got a wiener? Yeah. Well, what you normally do when you're aroused. Well, I don't tell people. That's my personal. I don't talk about my sexual experiences on here. I'm just sharing a tale from an embarrassing moment in my life. Now a rabbi doctor, his mother was next. Yeah, I can only imagine my mother walking into the hospital. That would be terrible. Um, yeah, spiritual cast chain lightning. Yeah, yeah. I tried electrolysis too to see because there's all kinds of remedies online, and I had a TENS machine because I have back problems, and I hooked my TENS machines up to it and cranked it all the way up. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Didn't stop it. Made it go down at all. Yeah, awkward. Yeah. Uh, you had a sonogram of your testicles. Yeah. Where are we at here? You don't have friends who sip Viagra in your drink, though. Yeah. Well, it was like I didn't know everyone at the party. There was a lot of old people there. I mean, this is an older type of party. It's not like a young people party. It was a mixed crowd. So I'm assuming that's what happened. I don't know how else it got in my system. Maybe somebody put it in my hamburger or something. I don't know. Uh, People do weird shit sometimes at fast food restaurants, like piss in the pickles and stuff like that. So maybe they were putting Viagra in the mayonnaise or something. I don't know. Yeah, what a freak show. Yeah, exercising lazy demons. Good to see you. Uh, who the f drug people with Viagra? Just use benzos and roofies like normal persons. Can you imagine taking Viagra and a hallucinogenic? Oh man, that would have been terrible. That would have been terrible. Um, Terrible experience. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Succubus in my pants. Yeah, yeah. This is an old person's social club, pretty much. That's what it was. So I imagine that some of these Kizzy the Witch has joined us. Look at that. All these wonderful people. Now, looking forward to seeing you all on Discord, all of our new community members. Thank you for supporting me. I do this for a living. And you buying those coffees helps me to do this every day. I am here. I mix comedy and spirituality together. That's what I do. Obviously, as people hear, every day, one or the other, right? Did I sonogram? No, they didn't do a sonogram on it. Who's 35 years old? And I'm almost 50. I'm almost 50 years old. You're 47? Yeah. Lewis is 79. You're 40. You think you stopped counting a long time ago? You're 18 per leg. Oh my goodness, here. We have a three-legged stool here with us. Let's see here. You blame your kids for your hair? Oh, 1979. You're the same age as my wife. Oh man, where am I at here? Top of the morning, Swampy. Good to see you. Next week is St. Patrick's Day. Could you please tell us the history of the leprechauns on this day? Well, the history is Saint Patrick murdered all the leprechauns. He was no friend to the little people. He's a symbol in the United States of Irish heritage, right? But he's really a propaganda tool of the Roman Church. What does the rabbit symbolize? Well, it has lots of meanings, right? For me, the rabbit has a very personal meaning, which I talked about in the beginning of the show. It's helped me to understand love of animals in a greater way. It's also a symbol of the goddess Ceridwen, the hare. It has different symbols, right? Oh, rabbit is Celtic spirituality symbol. Yeah. Born in 70. You were born in not born in 79. Yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, shoot. But you can't be camera shy. You have to speak clear English. And I know that I don't mean to discriminate, but we stream it. And you have to have the ability to not take 30 minutes to take your turn. Some people don't have that power. I try to encourage my players to know what they're doing before it's their turn. Because we focus mostly on the role play element, not the combat. The combat is fun, but I don't like taking 30 minutes a turn. So if you're interested in that, you have to have a camera. You can't be camera shy. You have to speak proper English and be able to role play and play 5th edition, 2024 version. Let's see. Discord is fun. You can't drive 55? Oh, man. Yeah, you video chat. Yeah, if you want to get on there, Lewis is all on there quite a bit. Our video chat section. I stop in every now and then. Kizzy, you're 58. So you're my bigger sister. You're my bigger sister. Kizzy the Witch. Let's see. Thought he was a hero? Yeah. He's just a hero for the Roman Catholic Church. He is an evil child. Yeah, he was a propaganda machine, is what he was. Our Reiki master here, Natalie. Good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here, Natalie. Yeah, the snakes he got out with the pagans, right? St. Patrick was your dad. All right. There should be a Che Guevara Day as a holiday. Yeah. Some people celebrate that. Yeah, he was a tool of the church to eradicate native spirituality. Yeah. Mook, you only believe we're one birth old. That's how you look at it. We celebrate around 26,000 something a day. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. And the role play good. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be an expert at role play. I mean, just be open to do it. I've had to teach my players how to do it because they weren't used to it. they would say, I open door. I'm like, well, how are you opening the door? Or I hit the goblin with sword. And then now they say, I jump up into the sky, heroically come down and slash the goblin in the face. Stuff like that. Or they'll say, I'm going to persuade the captain. I'm like, well, how are you going to persuade the captain? Tell me how you're doing it. You can't just say, I persuade. You have to tell me how you're doing it. So they all had to learn because they weren't used to playing the game. You wear green on St. Patrick's Day to celebrate Irish folklore and faith. Yeah, a lot of people celebrate it. I mean, there's a lot of Irish people in the United States, right? Super Scott is here. Good to see you. Always nice to see you. You prefer 60 mainly over the highway? D&D Naked Nights. Oh, that would be fun to do. Yeah. All right. All right. I have come down to the end of the comments, my friends. That means it's time for the bard to go. And I will be with you tomorrow. I will be with you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. But if you're interested, come watch us play D&D tonight. There's a link right there. I'll be on about 4:30ish. We'll be on playing our game with Lewis here and others. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day.